Tina and Peach going into game 1 here of this very, very fun set.
All right, Pokemon Stadium 2 is the start, and instantly we are flexing the biggest thing that Palutena has against majority of the cast. It is that speed. We got in with a neutral air, we did a couple raw nairs to get to the platform, maximize the 52%. A good start for Juanpi, but also the start you kind of expect for any matchup in Smash Ultimate. We get our B&Bs, and then we start going, pulling a Winky Face, I think that was, on the side of Ling, who's looking to try and wall out in this corner, but the jump was taken by the back air. We're going back to ledge, and we're missing the final hit.
Juanpi just going to go a little bit wide on that back air. Unfortunate, but Ling still swinging here. Not afraid to get a little bit dirty, 96% to 46. Juanpi has had total control of the stage, and it wasn't on stream, but there was a lot of trump action from Juanpi, from the hand warmer, and we're seeing it come through here, going for those trumps, going for options. The back air as well, we talked about it with Lucina back when Mr. E was on stream, but Palu's back air, another fantastically strong option for trump.
Getting a huge pivot grab here, trying to hit the explosive flame, but we know that Ling is playing very forward right now in this matchup, looking to try and test the teleport recoveries with something like a lingering nair, or get a huge whiff punish there. Oh Lord, nice catch. Has the turnip in hand, can play off ledge, but oh man, we are swinging at the air, looking to try and find any amount of movement from Juanpi, but nice discipline in order to get around that and even wait that extra hair in order to find a huge back air to take the first stock of the set.
Juanpi is very good with patience. You're going to see them really be able to do it, but Ling, obviously no stranger to these situations, firing back with a forward air and has a, oh, that's a Stitch Face in hand, and that is 49% in the second, and it's still in hand.
All right, super low shield here. Unfortunately, had the Stitch Face thrown the other way, but we get the time to pull another turnip, put out a huge back air in order to stuff things out, and now we're at these positions where down tilt forward air is certainly an option. Any sort of landing forward airs are super powerful, but Juanpi not going to give it to him. Finds the back air this time, calling out the drift on the side of Ling. Can you finish this off with a down tilt? Goes for a nair instead. Consistency is key when it comes to characters like Palutena. You always want to keep your guaranteed damage up and then threaten your stock taking options when the percent arises, which should be in about now.
Yeah, Ling had a lot of time off stage there, and Juanpi took a lot of advantage of it. We had situations where, you know, that percent lead has slowly come down now. Ling sitting at 108. Juanpi just got sent to 115, and now off stage has to recover, going to get around the turn up. The back airs and forward airs coming through as an option, but sneaking in that grab. Juanpi, hello?
Counter maybe? Oh, fastball nair is the option, and having the tech ready for the follow-up nair afterwards. Goes for the up throw, trying to threaten that big up air. See if you can catch the landing. Empty jump, but no throw that would close out the stock in that position. Not in the position to go for a back throw. Instead, we're just holding down the ledge trap. We're playing fast, we're playing loose, and we're getting another grab. The up throw that time, 171 after the throw, and it steals the stock.
1, 2, 3, that is your percent, and that is what you're counting to yourself. You want to play slow, you want to play patient, you want to build this lead up, or you can do what Juanpi's doing, play aggressive, get hit by a back air, and now we're on even stocks.
Just like that, he's looking to try and find any sort of open air. 0% is dangerous for Peach, because if you find the down tilt, you can normally find a ton of damage, but the hard DI in nets Juanpi, even after 2 down tilts, only taking 60%. That's what you should after 1, and the explosive flame to follow up is going to gain that lead for Juanpi. Not only excellent on defense, even better on offense with that super late explosive flame conversion.
I'm gobsmacked. I'm appalled.
Looking like a codfish over there.
Ling, I feel like had time to react to that explosive flame, but just wasn't ready, and the last few hits, it looked like it was going to miss. I was surprised it connected at all, but once it did, Juanpi right on top of it, ready to react, and boom, to the stars at 70%.
I always remember Juanpi as that explosive flame connoisseur, like the person that they're looking for, like the explanation for why explosive flame does the weird angles, what hitboxes are active where, the weird the final hitbox and how it expands just that extra little bit. Like, they are super aware of all of explosive flame's benefits and limitations, and use it better than I see many other Palutenas.
Yeah, over on the mainstream, just going to give this quick shout out. SkyJ up 2-0 over Beast Mode Paul if you want to check that out over on HBox. But back to this real quick. Juanpi, Ling is not happy about losing that game, and now at 109% on Town and City as the counter pick. getting these turnips out, getting this game plan going. Ling, though, needs to stay in control of this, wants to get that stock in the down smash, going to send far, but not quite enough to kill just yet.
And this is classic Peach play, right? You get a ton of early damage, you have a long flat stage to play around. It is everything that you are looking for when it comes to stage layout, but we're getting rolling right into the arms of Juanpi, who just takes their early licks and goes right into the next interaction, because you know that Peach can sometimes have to force straight aerials in order to close down the stock, and as long as you play around the straight back air and the straight forward air, you'll be okay for a good long while.
It is very rare you see a reverse stretcher like that, but Juanpi right on top of it, gets the back throw. We are both looking at the mainstream where Beast Mode Paul is playing Min for some reason. But Juanpi keeping attention on the game and currently has, again, another pretty nice lead coming into things here. Just playing very good spacing right now.
Yeah, they're on it. Like white on rice when it comes. Oh, hello.
Hi. Oops. We hit a button we weren't supposed to.
My fault. Still, this was the quad stream setup after all, everyone.
Yeah.
But we're back to the matches. We get into this final stock. Oh, Juanpi wanted the read after that neutral air. That would have been clean.
Yeah, just like that. These two have been going neck and neck, blow for blow. No one's really gotten a massive blowout lead so far. And Ling looking to keep it pretty much in control right now. This is your counter pick. This is your stage. You want to be the one winning here. Gonna get that air dodge, gonna get back to the ledge. So often we're seeing the low recoveries, not opting for the float, just trying to get the parasol to bully back to ledge. Because Palu, you called it out earlier, has a counter. It's possibly the worst counter in the game, really, and especially against parasol, it is highly ineffective.
This was the magic that I was expecting to see from Ling earlier. We saw a couple down tilts connect without much of a conversion afterward. It'd be like down tilt nair. But on a long flat stage like Town and City, down tilt meant 60%. The next follow-up meant more. And we're at 111, close to lapping in percentage. 1-2-3 on the side of Ling, and we'll get to see if we can finish off the stock afterwards. So the lap has been completed, and the back air is found, and that's going to seal out game number 2 with a 2-stock for Team Ling, Team Oasis Esports and Ling.
1-1 on the scoreboard. You got the option to counter pick. The other thing you have is you have the option to character counter pick if you really want to go for that. And I'm curious to see if we're going to see that Banjo at all. Oh, I see Trey in the background right there. The brown hat watching over.
They want it.
Yearning for the good days of Bay State beatdown.
The consideration from Juanpi, when you have such a proficient character in your back pocket, taking the time to really think about counterpick, the worthwhile nature of pivoting to a different character on potentially a very strong stage for them, depending on if whatever Ling banned, as well as Peach has had difficulty with some zoners in the past, some like heavy zoners in the past, and a character like Banjo can really, really hound someone that wants to be very hitbox heavy and hitbox forward like Ling, who applies a lot of pressure very directly, instantly. We dash forward into center stage and put out an air. This is my space, and you're going to have to fight through me if you want it. But these empty jumps from Juanpi keep coming in. I enjoy these, the consistency of that game plan, utilizing Palutena's speed to the best of their ability.
For now, we are sticking to that same game plan. Palutena still coming through. Ling, though, looking a lot more comfortable dealing with it. And this is another aspect to why Banjo might be a good option down the line. When do you get to practice against Banjo? That shield, though, super small and tiny. Juanpi so close to breaking it, not going to be able to. He just has to play the spacing game once again.
I think the commitment to the Palutena makes a ton of sense. Oh, getting clipped out of the teleport, and that's just going to do it. Ling putting that turnip in the perfect spot, but we're hunting that landing. We're setting up on the platform, wanted the tech roll away, but we still catch the turnip, yet we're not able to find the follow-up. Super tough there on the side of Juanpi, who had something really cooking there, is still in the kitchen, yet they're not able to find those definitive blows. It's a lot of setup, but not a lot of payoff.
I love the vision. They're so creative with the combos. And again, just playing this game so immaculately. But Ling, just one of those people that's always one step ahead, it feels like. Only up to 101%, but you just get lapped to 102. You got to play some new game, and Juanpi gonna get the back throw, but it's not gonna kill on Hollow Bastion just yet.
Ling using the float to drift it around everything. The roll into the down tilt up air. Simple two-piece, but it's going to catch the jump, and now Juanpi down 3 stocks to 1. Ling looking so good, wanting something more with that turnip in hand into the down to air into turnip conversion, yet no dice, but Ling's combo game has stepped up ever since game 2, and it's looking like it's keeping on here in game number 3. Still surviving. Wow.
How hanging on to this stock. And again, these low recoveries, you're seeing Juanpi just staying on ledge because there's nothing you can do about it. And going off stage is honestly more of a risk if Ling decides to not go for the parasol, instead try and hit you with a back air or something. That hip shift couldn't cost you your stock if you're not careful.
I almost would like to see a Nair come out just because you're so far down at this point. You can't afford to play this slow. You need to make a play now. Up throw should do it. Okay.
Yes.
Barely does it. But
no
it does it.
But it did it.
We got there somehow, and 80% the up smash call out. Not going to let Juanpi go for any more of these empty landings. Instead, we got to apply hitboxes, and we're doing so with gusto here. A couple nairs, but Ling falls out.
They've got a new fire on this last stock. I'm seeing Juanpi playing some of the best power I've seen them play, but is it too little too late? I think it might just be the nair going to come out in the turnip. Just the parting kiss, but not enough to seal the deal. Juanpi, some deal with God was made to stay a little longer, but the neutral air shutting that all down. And the immediacy of what I just saw from the lips moving, I have to assume the Banjo swap is imminent.
Maybe. The Palutena looks good, but also is slowly but steadily getting systematically deconstructed. We're going to small battlefield here. Instantly was the pick. Instantly changing the music as well. Why did that turnip throw kill sparks? It wasn't even close.
No idea.
It needed to get that.
There it is. Yes. There it is. There it is. That is Banjo and Kazooie. All right. How often do you get to see this character in top 16?
Not very. But maybe more as of late because of Torigiri.
That's fair.
But not in the US all that much. And we're certainly going to get to see whatever Juanpi has been working on.
Banjo, definitely a specialist pick, and yes. Juanpi, a specialist of the specialists, knows this character in and out, and it's a kind of character that you just simply cannot get the level of matchup experience you need against for someone like Juanpi. That's why you see the confidence in the swap over. That's why this was saved as the nuclear option. And right now, it's not working out perfectly. Ling's still working on a lot of good momentum from those last 2 games, but you're seeing bits and pieces of the game plan start to come together.
And you know that Banjo's weight, you can take more punishment like this. Yes, you're not going to be able to go hitbox to hitbox with Peach anymore. Very few characters can, though Palutena is one of them. Yet, you get a lot more space control. You get a lot more of these lingering projectiles with grenade eggs and the standard eggs as well. And you know what? You got to flex everything that's unique about the character in order to try and make up this dividend and bring yourself back into a 2-2 finish. Down a whole stock here, but not too far behind. Looking for the forward air read after. Nair is guaranteed, but fair can be something different. Yet the bounce off of the grenade egg in order to get the turnaround to set up for a back air. Brilliant stuff on the side of Juanpi, who's not far behind.
Covers so much, too. If you try and up B to get out of the back air there, the grenade will still catch you. You won't be able to punish after that, but you'll still be in an advantageous position. Juanpi knows how to use that grenade like nobody else. It's like Snake players with how they use them. And again, that Wonder Wing, a great tool to get back to stage no matter what. You are fully invincible. Juanpi loves using it off stage for that exact purpose, and that's usually what you see them save it for. But the grenade going to backfire temporarily there. Not enough to be too costly, but you're taking it back air for the punishment.
5 free ways to get back to ledge, ways to ignore turnips completely if they're ever tossed, like so, passing straight through it with that full invincibility. And yet more damage coming out here with the chance for these juggles. Banjo up air doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does set up for multiples of itself, as well as conversions into things like Nair. We're going to use that Wonder Wing to get back, call out the jump with the back air. Ling having to burn the float. Juanpi starting to get an opportunity to cash out here, and cash out they do with the Wonder Wing. Ling still without a jump the entire time, wanted to get one more call out to take the stock, but Juanpi missing the forward smash, yet not far behind. This game is even here, Weimer.
That is another great thing by using the Wonder Wings to recover. You get the mix-up to use it as a kill option from time to time still, and Juanpi gonna come out on top of that crazy interaction. Wonder Wing, tech, back air, bye-bye.
And the down air into the grenade tech in order to make it back to stage and change from a high to a low mix-up just like that. It didn't work out too far after, but hey, we're putting out all the different tech. We're putting out the combos as well for Ling, trying to mix in some turnip conversions with that frame 9 up smash out of shield. Anticipates the cross up and gets some good damage for it. And as we saw earlier, Juanpi not afraid to take some damage in order to gain some momentum a little bit later. 54% is certainly nothing. If you can keep the difference at this type of range, it would be hard to say that Juanpi wasn't in advantage.
Right, 76% to 42. It might look like Ling is having a confident lead right now, but still getting hit and comboed. Juanpi really good with these reads. We've seen aspects of it coming through in previous games with the Palutena. Now with the comfort pick of the Banjo, all the more combos and reads coming through. You have the percent lead now. You have full control of this game.
Oh, tried to space out a landing back there, but Ling with the appropriate punish, trying to play around Wonder Wing, got 2 more of those charges left, and you know Juanpi is ready to pull the trigger on that in order to take this stock. Looking for up tilts here as anti-airs, looking for forward airs to come straight down, kill moves galore, ways to get Ling out of center stage and out of that comfort zone. Their grenade spawns and we can run right into it. Ling forced into the corner, but instantly reverses position thanks to the float. Wonder Wing comes out, 1 of those charges left, and we find the call out with the jump, and it does close out the stock. Juanpi with a well-fought battle, but they do end up falling 3-1 to Ling with that singular jump call out. Juanpi not ready to pull the trigger at the very end, and it turns into